Hello guys. So today we're gonna move from India and ideologies to China. Okay, and please excuse me for being really sweaty because I just got home for a walk. Right. So last time we talked about racism and civil rights. Now we're gonna talk about the China. Alright. So China, it was in its early days, it was a dynasty. For those who don't know, a dynasty is sort of like a monarchy, but like one certain family rules it for like a really long time, like hundreds of years, potentially hundreds of years. So there are four main dynasties in China. The first recorded one is the Shang dynasty. Recorded means like it's the first ones we know of. So right here, this is the Shang dynasty. It started like it went from 1172 ish to 1117 seven what? It lasted until like 1776, which trust me, a couple hundred years, almost a millennia, which is very long. So it went, so like most civilizations in early times, it was like in BC too, not like CE, BC. So it was a really long time ago, like 2,000 years ago, time of like Mesopotamia, Egypt, early civilizations, and they lived near to the Yellow River. So Nile River in Egypt. Okay, it floods, like not that bad and leaves silt, but in China it floods and leaves silt. But the problem is the floods are really bad. Like usually before flood it's like a little thin, but then after a flood like really big. Like the damage is catastrophic. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the Shang Dynasty was an early period of time, and usually, you know, and there are usually sometimes like little like time spaces before another dynasty took over China. And usually those times are unstable or chaos or on warlordism. So next one is the Song Dynasty. When it happened. So Song Dynasty was ruled by the Song family. So they did quite a lot of bad things. Okay, like a lot of bad things. Like people were literally dying for literally bad reasons. And then after that, there's the Han Dynasty. This was like the opposite of the Song Dynasty because instead the Han, improved education and protected its citizens, unlike the Song Dynasty who just exploited them. And last but not least, it is the Qin Dynasty. Yes, Qin. Alright, Qin Dynasty. It was the shortest lasting dynasty in China, of course, not in the whole world, because the Qin Dynasty lasted only 19 years, with its last emperor being 3 years old. Imagine being 3 years old and ruling a massive country, because about the time, the Qing Dynasty was really big. Like, it had Mongolia in its territory too, so yeah, it was like a really big chunk of Asia. So, that's actually like a little like movement thing you can use to remember. Alright, so Shang, Song, Han, Qin. Alright. You know what? So the Shang, this notion is like the river, the Yellow River. The Song, mass execution. The Han's, helping hand and education. And the Qin, modernism and expansionism. Well, it actually didn't kind of expand. It's kind of like actually like just a little bit more modern. So Qin lasted the least longest, but gave China its modern name. The Shang, longest lasting dynasty. Song, most bloody dynasty. Han, basically like the southeastern Renaissance in that place. All right. So also, they had to usually in the Romans and the Greeks on the side, they predict the future using the Oracle of Delphi. But in China, they use oracle bones. They're like these round things because they were made from turtle shells. It'll be like because of its natural splitting, it'll be split into pieces and just write random scripts about what they think is happening. It can be from anything from like predicting that maybe today's gonna a little more inches of rain, to predicting wars and predicting who will be the winner or the loser. But of course, not all true. So yeah, that's just part one. I'll teach you more about ancient China in the next video. All right, see you. Bye.